All right, y'all, let's get into the mess, and we have a special guest.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back with a special guest. It's Scotty by Nature TV. One of the
What's going
faves.
on? What's going on? I'm here.
A whole lot of everything, a whole lot of nothing. Now, don't expect a lot of people to be here, Scotty, because I don't tell the people when I'm going on because I don't know when I am. Like literally me and you were just talking, and I was like, you know what, I might as well. I ain't had nothing else to do. So I said, let's do it. So
Yeah, this was literally like something that was like
I know you were
for the
naked
moment.
and you had to get dressed. Like literally had to get dressed for this. So first of all, I appreciate you putting on clothes and coming here. It really meant a lot to me.
I'm sure it did.
So before we get into this video, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and let us know how you feel about everything. I don't think that this is gonna be one of my more popular videos because there wasn't a lot to defend Marlo on, and I know the girls have been coming over here because we're doing a lot of the thinking outside of the box.
Oh, that's what you call it?
Oh, what do you call it?
You know, people just having opinions of their own, not necessarily thinking out of the box.
Well, you're part of like the group think YouTube, right? Where everybody
No,
has the
absolutely
same
not.
ideas and thoughts and
Absolutely
everything.
not. Absolutely not. You know, you only think that it's group think because it doesn't align with what you think, but it's okay.
Oh, but it aligns with majority of what people think, correct?
Well, I can't help that it aligns with what majority thinks.
Group think.
Absolutely not. I'm not just going to be on the side that you're on just because it's different. I don't truly feel that way. So I'm not going to sit up here and be fake about it.
That's true. That's true. So all of y'all, if y'all don't know, Scotty by Nature TV has been doing this for a very, very long time. We actually were on the phone talking about how long he's been active in the YouTube community. Now, have you been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta since the beginning?
Yes.
You like since season 1?
Yes.
So out of all of the housewives, who's your favorite housewife of all time? Of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay. It's a toss-up.
Oh, okay.
For me. And some people may not believe me, but of course everybody knows that Candy is my favorite. But the other
Candy
one
versus Tucker.
but the other one that people may not believe me when I say it is Nene. Even when she would make me mad or I would feel the need to have to like go in on her.
Okay.
I would still root for her in a sense. Like she still would make me laugh even when she made me mad.
Okay.
And don't nobody do that for me. It's either I like you or I don't. But with her, it's like even when I didn't like her, I would still find myself laughing or chuckling at something that she said.
Wow. Okay, so you do miss her.
Yeah, I can admit that.
You feel like her time on the show is like the done, like it's never happening again.
I do think that is done.
Yeah.
But stranger things have happened.
Like what?
I mean, most of us thought that Jocelyn was done on Love and Hip Hop.
Okay.
Period.
You think she's coming back?
But then she came to Love and Hip Hop Miami, but that was for a split second. But I mean, she came back. We didn't think she would, but she did.
All right. Can I ask you a question, or can we clear some things up?
Okay.
So I was on your channel a couple of weeks ago, for the Hate Me or Love Me, Don't Like Busy podcast. Where I got some really good friends. There's even some individuals on your podcast, but I don't want to have them get in fault, so I'm not gonna say whose name, but we started texting and talking to each other and became friends. But it was a lot of hate thrown towards me.
It was.
Yeah, a lot, but it was also some that was thrown towards you. And I do want to say, I want to clear up the fact that me and Scotty were really, 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 really close, and we argue like a married couple. And I really do, I love discourse. And
Oh, we know.
yeah, I love disagreeing with individuals. I feel like it helps me be smarter in the way that I am emoting or defending my side or aspects. So me and him can do it a lot on the phone or whenever, but I feel like that was one of the first times we did it in front of people.
It was, and you know, a lot of we had to explain that the very next time because I'm like really B was saying what we do know is that Busy can hold his own. It doesn't matter how many people is disagreeing with him. He's gonna stand 10 toes down. He's gonna stand 10 toes down on what he was saying. So when you was on our panel, it was like made to look as if you know you were like being bullied or something just because we didn't agree with you, or I was just giving you a bunch of fever, and I'm just looking at them like, but is that rain? Oh my god!
It sounds like it's it sounds like it's coming down.
Yeah, but I was like, but they literally don't know that me and Busy do this all the time.
All the time.
We literally argued on Twitter the same day I asked him to come up. That's the reason why I asked him to come up in the first place, because we were already going back and forth on Twitter. So I was just like, okay, I could ask him to come up on a panel tonight then, because somebody's not here. So I asked him, and that's what happened. So people take things way out of.
But I want everybody to know that like I didn't feel like I was being bullied. I did feel like I was being backed into a corner, but that's it was a lot of people who had differing opinions, but not that I was being bullied or shut down or whatever. I'm not always gonna have the most popular opinion, and I know that. And I had no problem going in there and questioning people's thoughts, and then also taking one for the team. So I had fun. I love being over there. Now the people were dragging me for filth. Like I will say that I am a troll when it comes to the comments. I'm not one of those YouTubers who likes to go in and be too serious when it comes to comments. So when I do a video on somebody else's channel or I do commentary on somebody else's channel, I go back to that video often so I can see what the people are saying. People were calling for my head, for my mama's head, for my daddy's head. They was like, "Oh, kill him! He needs to be stopped."
Oh, Jeremy, shut up.
The people said he doesn't need to be back on this channel. I can't believe Scotty ever did that, and I had so much fun in the comments because I will say you have a large audience who are dedicated to you, but they are very opinionated and they serious about you. Don't bring them back on.
No. I remember it was like that when I would go on Aaron's page.
Oh,
because
Aaron,
because I didn't like Portia. So when I would go over there and Aaron would invite me, he don't need to be here.
Oh, you're gonna get fought, because that's the Portia stand club. He's the president.
So basically, you was in the same shoes over there on my channel as I was on Aaron's channel. Like they hated my ass over there. So it's just like everybody's not gonna agree. It is what it is. Yeah, but I'm glad that you did bring that up so people can know what this really is.
Yeah, we have fun. And I'll do it again, and we'll argue just as much. That's what makes who said it? I think that JP. It's called a real friendship, and we're able to argue even when we were going back and forth on Twitter. I was letting him know, like, this could go on for a long time. We were texting each other on the side and then also arguing on Twitter. So I want to make sure everybody knows that.
Because you said something like, "I still love you, Scotty."
I still love you, but like you about to catch these hands, and it's gonna be happening until you like, "Oh, you want to just come on I didn't know what I was about to be receiving from the Everybody Hates BusyBlu podcast.
Not that Everybody Hates BusyBlu podcast. Please don't.
The name will change every time I bring it up. So when you invited me, I was like, I mean, I guess I'll come, but once the Love Busy or Not podcast started, I was like, I don't know what I'm getting into, but it was a lot of fun, and I
You
think
had your
that
own.
yeah, and a lot of people came over to my channel because of that. So I wanted to thank you for that.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, they was like, we loved you over there. Please come back. And I said, I think I'm banned
No, you're not banned.
for the rest of for the rest of the
You're
year.
not
So
banned.
I'll come back next season.
There's
When
even
Nene
if
comes
you
back, I'll come back.
even if you don't do the panel, there's still other collaborations that we can do.
You know,
So
my
it
favorite
doesn't matter.
collaboration was the one we talked about, Ashley
The
and
Who Was
Candace.
Wrong. Yeah.
Yes, that was one of my favorite ones. I used to watch that one several times. One, because I just like talking to you in general.
Hmm.
But two, because it really was just a lot of fun. I think it's good to just we have different opinions, but we could just talk forever.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. So let's get into this. I want to make sure that everybody already know that we friends, we love to have fun, we love to go back and forth. I don't want to say argue, but we love to go back and forth, and we could just let bygones be bygones. Because I'm right anyway.
Oh, you are?
So yeah, so there's no reason for us to really get upset about it. I let him think
Oh.
what he wants to think, and live in his delusion
Oh, I
because
love the
that's
confidence.
is the type of friend that I am.
I love
You
the
know what I'm
I
saying?
love the confidence.
I
I
do, I
love
do,
it.
I
I
do what I
absolutely
can.
love the fact that you think that you're right. I love it. Oh my God.
Yeah, and I
Even though
love the
you're
fact that
not,
I love
but
the fact
I
that you
love
think
it.
it's just a thought, but you know,
It's
fact, yeah,
absolutely
everybody
a
can't see the
thought.
facts. So
It's
let's get
absolutely
into
a
this
thought.
episode,
Facts
y'all. Why
according to
y'all?
Busy.
Which are all true. I am a notary public. Everything that I say is the truth.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
starting today. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Starting
yes,
today.
starting today. I'm a notary
Well,
public.
today is
Yeah.
almost over.
Okay, and it's the first final day of my job. Yeah, I follow Britt from that live. Thank you so much. So this is one of your people who follow me from that live.
Shout out to her.
Mm-hmm. And then DM me how much you don't like the other people on the panel and how I should be. No, that's okay. Chantal said, "I love you two together." This is a whole key. We haven't even started yet. That's the problem. All right, so let's get into it. So everybody in the chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, please let us know what would you rate this episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. 1 being the worst, or 0 being the worst, and then 10 being the best. What would you rate it? We already talked about our ratings a little bit, but what would you rate it, Scotty?
6.
You will rate it a 6,
And that's
and
being generous.
because you're so that. And I'm gonna rate it a 8. I actually did like the episode. It felt filler-ish, but it gave me something I can feel, something I can use, and it gave me the things that I had been missing from some of the episodes. So let's read some of these. We got a 7.5, we got a 6, 7.2, a 7, a 7, a 6.5. So I think the people are in between, and we're gonna give it like a 6.8 for everyone's ratings. So let's get into the episode. Where do we start with this episode, Scotty?
Okay, so let me pull my
Because Scotty is the note taker for today's episode. This episode is sponsored by Scotty by Nature TV and the and the podcast Love 'Em or Leave 'Em BusyBlu.
You're just gonna continue to rename that. Anyway, okay. Sheree and her fibroids.
That's how it started.
That's
Oh,
what
so
I
Sheree.
started.
So have you ever had acupuncture?
No.
So I have had acupuncture before, and it was scary. When I was laying down, and the lady told me, she asked me like, okay, what things are bothering you? And I told her some of the things I was struggling with, and the things I wanted her to do. So she's like, okay, these are the areas that affect that. I guess it's like this long-term healing aspect, and then they put like these little thin needles in you, and they're supposed to pull out or extract energies or some type of something in you. And so she was getting acupuncture because it's more of a holistic way to deal with fibroids. And Sheree seems as if she really wants to go the holistic way. Don't put a knife on me, don't scalp me, don't put anything in my body. But if there are natural remedies, I feel like she'll go to a voodoo priestess and to see what she can do. But let's be honest. Remember when that man was throwing those bones in the bag and he said,
Mhm.
"You're never gonna get married again." She didn't really like him saying that, but now she going the holistic route. Maybe she need to go back to the man with the bones and see what can I do about the fibroids? Because he did tell her, "You're never gonna marry again." Okay. And she
It
said,
don't
"I
look like
believe that
she
I
is.
will." And he said, "No, the bones say you won't, ma'am. You're never going to marry again. You need to leave it alone." Okay. So now she's going the holistic route, even though she didn't care about what the man with the bones had to say.
Well, I believed everything the man with the bone said.
I mean, he told Candy that you're going to get married and your husband, he's everywhere you go right now. Your husband is around you. He's everywhere you go. And that's when Todd was a producer. So I believe everything that he was saying was right. It seems like a lot of these psychics have been right on these shows. The lady said that Kim was going to have a baby. Then that other lady on the other show said that the man would never fulfill emotionally that white girl who's getting a divorce from her husband. So it seems like these people be right.
They do.
But I did have acupuncture, and I will say that at first I was scared when they were putting the needles in, but you can't feel them. And depending
Mhm.
on what you're getting work with, it depends on how many needles you get. And I felt so rejuvenated once I got out of it. I didn't know that it was putting pieces in your ear though.
In your ear.
Yeah, remember she had one in her ear.
Oh yeah, she did have something in her ear.
JP said acupuncture helped them finally quit smoking. Anybody else did acupuncture? What did it do? I can see how people felt it was a filler episode because there wasn't a lot. Or wait, a filler episode because there wasn't a lot of arguing. But the only scene I felt filler was the OG dinner. I feel like Scotty would feel the same way.
It
He
wasn't
says.
about the argument for me. It just didn't do much for me. It wasn't even about that. Because I
But
don't have to sit there and watch people argue all the time for entertainment.
that's what makes it so great. That's true though. Bright Star said, "Lord, that man with the bones." Yes, they were like really just shells, right? But they called them bones.
In so many words.
Yeah. Duvessa said, "I don't trust it. Ain't no tiny pins going anywhere. What if they hit a nerve or something?" I think that's what they're supposed to do, hit that nerve and then they pull it out. I'll try anything once. I'm not opposed to doing any of that stuff. I would try anything once, and then if I don't like it, I won't do it again. And if I do like it, then I will continue to do it. But I hate when people are like, "Oh, that's not for me," and they've never tried it before. It's like little kids when it's like, "Oh, do you want some spinach dip?" Ew, that's nasty. And it's like, "Have you had it before?" No. Like it's just like grow up, then eat the food. So I'm one of those people who would try it. I would try anything once. What about you, Scotty? Would you try it? Give it an opportunity.
I would.
People putting pins in your face.
I mean, I would feel a way about it beforehand, but I'll probably do it. Knowing me, I'll do it.
Yeah, just let yourself live freely. Hey man, Science Brunch saves the
Hey,
episode.
Aaron.
What's up, I was there? I called you, Aaron, but you didn't pick up the phone.
That's
And you
just
had the
like
nerve.
him.
You had the nerve. Well, we're the same. We're the same. So I don't even know why I'm arguing
What
with
he
him about
needs
it.
to do is he need to be looking. He knows I'm coming there in like a week and a half, so he needs to be looking for somewhere for us to go, like a
Good
restaurant for
luck.
us to go.
Good luck. Good luck. Oh wait, wasn't you the same one who was like, "Oh, he always makes sure I have a good time." When I was complaining, and because I was with Aaron, I stayed with Aaron for I think it was 2 or 3 days, and he had nothing planned. We had a lot of fun though.
every
He had
time,
nothing planned.
every time I come up there, I always, because I have him in a group text. It's me, him, Jamie, and
Uh-huh.
Sakina because they all live in Atlanta, and I always put in the group, "I'm coming to Atlanta. Where we going?" Aaron always figures it out for the most part. Like if it's not him, it's Jamie. But every time I come there, we we going somewhere.
So I was there, and he was like, "Can't you just go with the flow?" What's the flow? Like what we about
Like
to do?
I
We watched
will
the
say,
documentary. I was buying all the food. I bought all the drinks. I was trying to find stuff for us to do. We ended up just watching documentaries. I mean, the second day was a lot more fun. Me and him, we went out and we just like saw the city and we did stuff. We did bike riding. we went out with binge worthy TV, which was really
Yeah.
cool, and had drinks. And then we went to the zoo. Well, not the zoo, but we did go to the zoo, but then we did a walk in this like park, which was really great. We saw these two gay men go into the bathroom together that was closed. So it was a really, really good time, and we waited to see what they was gonna do. Yeah, so it was it was definitely a lot of fun.
He said you're ungrateful.
I'm
Because I know
ungrateful.
he's not talking about me because I'm always grateful. Even though,
Well,
even though
y'all
he
have
had
stuff to do.
the only thing that I hate that we do is go to
Uh-huh.
Friends. I hate that place. It's
Okay.
so packed. That's the only thing I
Well,
go because
he never taken me anywhere,
I
so
I go there because of him. He'd be
he
like,
never
let's
took
go
me
to. He'd be like,
anywhere.
let's go to Friends. I'm like, oh, it's
I
so
don't know what
packed
it
in
is.
there.
And he never took
It's
me
like a
anywhere.
bar. It's a bar in Atlanta, and it be so packed. That's the only reason why I don't like it that much because it's so packed. It be so many people in there.
Yeah,
That's the
he
only.
took me to the airport. We had to pick up one of his friends, and then but we never went to the other place. But when he came to DC, I took him out to brunch. We went out and walked the monuments. We had street dogs. We did everything. But when I came to his place, he was just like nothing to do. Sorry. You want to watch a documentary on Marilyn Monroe? And he's a minimalist. Like his place is just so clean, quaint, everything. And it was just like it's not even fun stuff in this apartment. It was just like it was I can't.
Aaron, that is true. I've never been to Miami. I still haven't been yet. That'll be nice.
I think it would be great. Let's get somebody to plan it, not him. All right, so
Because I'm not good at
after
planning.
yeah,
I'm just good to pay my money.
after we were done with Sheree, what do we see?
Okay, so after Sheree, it's Ty and Marlo talking
Oh,
about her
and
date.
the day I actually really like this scene. I like seeing Marlo be girly. It seems as if she really loved the date. And then he texted her in the morning and was like, "Don't be a stranger." You like good morning text? You look like you do.
I do.
You do. You like a good morning text. Y'all put it in the comments. Do y'all get a little flattered or y'all get a little flirty or blush when you get a good morning text? Good morning, beautiful. Don't be a stranger. Had
I
so much
love
fun
those
last night.
text messages.
So were you with her friend who was like make sure you text him in the afternoon to see how his day's going? Are you that type of person, or are you just like, oh, I don't know what to say back because I don't want to be thirsty?
I don't give a damn how I look. If I'm interested, I would send a message in the afternoon and ask them how they doing. Like,
Oh,
I would do that.
so you'll show all your thirst. You're not one of those people who was like, I'm not gonna hide it.
It's not show out my thirst. I wouldn't necessarily call it thirsty
Why
per
not?
se.
I'm a Pisces, and I want you to continuously show that like you're interested in me because I want to feel that.
But see, the thing with me is I be trying not to be a bugaboo at the same time. Like I do just enough so I
Oh,
won't
okay.
be bugging nobody.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But as far as I know, I've never been called a bugaboo, so I must be doing something right.
Yeah, I think maybe you're doing it right. Yeah. So I don't know if I like a good morning text. I mean, I'm a great texter. I get back to you when I get back to you. I'm not a phone person, but I am a good texter.
Oh, you are?
You don't think so?
You don't text me back all the time.
Sure do. And the text that you wanted a response to, I didn't have a response to that. But I do respond to text messages. I am a texter, so I'm cool with somebody be like, "Oh, miss you." Da, da, da. I'm very simple like that, and I know that I am good at just being like, I miss you, or texting someone, just letting them know that I miss them or whatever. I'm
I
more of a
know.
FaceTimer though.
You have said that you missed me before in the text
I've texted you
and
all day
then
like, "Hey, just thinking of
you'll
you," or
be
"Miss
like,
you."
because you don't be thinking about me, and
Yeah.
I'll be like, what?
Because you gotta let the people know that you're feeling neglected. And there's a lot of my YouTube friends who be making me feel like I don't like you like that. Okay. And it's like, well, I just want to let you know, been thinking of you. Hope you're doing well. I'm alive if you want to text me one day. Just wanted to say that. So,
I might need to text you when I'm going through.
you said what?
I said I might need to text you when I'm
You
going
should.
through.
You should.
Maybe then I'll just start laughing and stuff. Maybe I should do that.
Yeah,
But I
have a
don't
good
really text
time.
people when I'm going through and
Text
stuff.
me. Text me. Life is not that serious, and I'll make sure that you have fun. But it sounds like a lot of people do like the text, good morning text from the right person. I'm not going to lie, those texts be making me blush hard. Okay, so then okay, so a lot of people like him. I'm a Pisces as well. Come on, Montrez. What's up, so damn? I called him
Oh,
too.
so damn near.
I called him too, but he didn't pick up.
Why ain't
Um,
nobody picking up your calls?
People don't like me like that. You know, you gotta. That's why but I have a list and I'm checking it twice, so we good. So
Oh
after
my
we
god.
leave from Marlo, who we get?
We get Sanya, and she's planning her Mummy Nation thing. And I think the person that's supposed to do the auction part has COVID, and they suggest Kenya.
So for one, I love that she's doing this. And it really seems like Mommy Nation is taking off. And I think what I love about her showcasing this brand. So this is the thing. And with an Phaedra being gone, we're kind of not getting this anymore. I love when I'm able to see philanthropists because I always tell myself if I was going to be a house husband, oh, and what I like about housewives is that they don't have much to do besides the shopping and going out on these girl trips and eating dinner and dealing with their families and their husband. But a lot of them are also philanthropists, and we're trying to find ways that we can help the community. I got money, my family has money. What's a way that I can give back? And that's one of the things that I truly do love about a lot of these housewife shows. I love it about Potomac. I loved it when they were doing a lot of charity events. They've kind of waned down a little bit. But I loved it in the beginning of Atlanta. You saw those charity events, even Nene, that meme of her running was from that Heels on whatever charity event.
Mm-mm.
Like they used to continuously do charitable actions, charity events, philanthropy options.
Right.
And now it didn't feel like it just waned down, and we just started seeing them doing their own greedy businesses and nothing that really had to do with uplifting the community. And I think what I liked about this is that we're getting back to philanthropy and not just I'm opening up a restaurant, I'm doing a movie, I'm doing a hair care line, I'm doing a da da da. I like that this is Mommy Nation. It's about mothers who are needing assistance, help, all of that stuff. And now we're doing a philanthropy event that's going to help displaced mothers. We have now partnered up with another organization that help the children. In Mommy Nation, we want to help the mothers. And now we're co-doing something that's really going to help the community. And that made my heart smile again because I feel like we're missing that. We're not even seeing that anymore. I liked when it was Candy Cares and she was doing stuff and giving out stuff. I like when Faith was doing her philanthropy events. I feel like the philanthropic aspects have like run its course
I
on
never
these
thought
shows.
about it that way.
What do you mean?
No, I'm saying I never thought about it that way. And you just gave me something to think about because they haven't been doing stuff like that for a while. I never thought about it like
I mean, these people have so much money, or they're supposed to have so much money and so much to give to the community.
that.
And we can't get y'all to do like a food drive or a back to school something. And because I feel like that's what I would be doing with my money if I had a lot of it. I would be very philanthropic. I'll find areas that are very serious or important to me, whether it's cancer because it runs in my family or helping obese children lose weight or get whatever they need, whether it's young people who need to go to college or are looking forward to financial freedom. I would be doing all of that stuff. And it feels like these housewives has become all about self, which if you're already supposed to be this rich and famous and you're on this platform, why do we need to see more of you making more money? What about the people in Atlanta? They're talking about all of these shootings and the crime and all of this. Why are we not getting more block parties where people hand in guns? I come from a city that they've done that, or peace parties, or stuff where you're trying to bring the community together. That there's been this disjointedness in it, or people can't have health care, and now that the pandemic is over, we want to make sure people are getting whatever testing they need, do a swap or a collaboration with Married to Medicine, and now everybody's getting checked for whatever they need, a free clinic day. None of that stuff's happening.
I think that type of stuff. That's just my opinion. I don't know if that's what everybody else thinks, but I do. I do feel as though a lot of the times people we want to see stuff like that. I know I do. But I think people or maybe producers may think that that's considered to be boring, and all we want to do is see them fight and go at it. Not necessarily. It don't have to be. Of course, we like the arguments, but we do want a balance of it all. Like, you can have the drama, you can have the fun stuff, you can have the more socially aware things like this. You could do all of that and still be entertaining. I think that's the problem with the show right now, is like you said, it is disjointed, and too much drama can be draining.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Too much drama can be draining. That's why I was glad that the whole Marlo and Candy thing was over with, because it's draining. We had been seeing it for episode after episode. So we need, I enjoyed Sanya's thing. I did. That's and I told you that before we got on here. That's one of my favorite parts of the show. So I enjoyed seeing that. So I agree with you on that. As far as Sanya goes, I know I've had my opinions about her the last few episodes,
but I do
like with very negative, and I can take that. But I will say that I enjoy the fact that she got on this platform and she's doing what she's supposed to do with it, and that's build her brand, Mommy Nation. Isn't her shirts in Belk or something? Ain't they going to Belk, I believe?
That's what they say.
So she's doing what she's supposed to do. There's people that's been on this show longer than her and ain't doing it. Sheree, but that's another story.
Kenya, Candy. So shout out to dear Dana, who said,
I know you did not say Candy, she's the main one that does. You full of shit.
In honor of my son. Happy birthday, Noah. Happy birthday, Noah.
Can you please get that person in the chat? Because didn't we just talk about this?
What? Who?
She's talking about I felt like you were being bullied. I'm still pissed at them. You should not treat your guests that way. Didn't we not just talk about this?
We did talk about that, G Mama, and I wasn't being, but you could feel how you want to feel. But listen to me, and I can tell you, I don't think that I was being bullied. You can still be pissed off at them, because I mean, they ain't the best people in the world, but I wasn't. Don't feel mad at them because you felt like I was being bullied. I feel like I was treated the way me and Scotty talk. But just be mad at them because everything that was going on. Why would I be here? Everything that was going on over there, If You Like BusyBlu or Not podcast, it was interesting.
She'll be all right.
You'll be all right, Jamal. Thank you for the support. Y'all, and put your bees in the comments for dear Dana.
She will be just fine. I don't give a damn what she thinks.
But I will say it so far. What we have seen is foster care Fridays. And we've seen Sanya have a event for charity. So let's see if the popular ladies do anything for the other people. I mean, for the people. I mean, we've seen Candy.
Are so shady.
We've seen Candy Cares do stuff before, but just like Portia said, like, this is not just on Thanksgiving. This is 265 days a year. You have to try to make sure that you are doing charity every year, so let's see if this year we see another charity event. Okay. So I really love
265 days.
265 days a year. So I thought it was interesting to ask if Kenya could host, but it sounds like she's going to do it anyway. And then isn't this when we get to Kenya?
Let's see, because my phone had went blank. Yeah, it's Kenya Manetta, the whole commercial thing.
Yeah, so Kenya she couldn't use her dance routine that she got from Moneta for the event that nobody feels was real. So she's deciding that she's going to use it for another commercial for Kenya Moore Hair Care. Now, do they show those during your local listing TV shows? Like, when have you seen any of the Kenya Moore Hair Care commercials?
I've never seen them.
Oh, never. Okay. So and y'all know I love Kenya Moore here. I love Kenya Moore. I'm a stan, but also when are we seeing these commercials? Where are they going to? Are you paying for like that? So I just don't understand what's going on.
Do
I
you
know
think?
that she's in CBS. Are they putting a screen above the Kenya Moore hair can and then showing the commercials there?
Do you think that she's doing these commercials just for a scene?
What else she doing it for? That's what I'm asking. I want to know when do you see them? When do you see them? And it wasn't even like it was a lot of props or anything. She had on a dancing, a reject, purple diamonds outfit. Uh, Brooklyn had on a baby dancing doll outfit. It was the choreo. It just seemed like they was dancing. It was a green screen, girl. I got two of those. It just seemed low budget.
Oh my god.
So then that was getting done. And what was very interesting to me, and you tell me how you feel, Scotty, because we talked about this on the phone. She's supposed to be dating this guy, right? He's so worldwide, so amazing. They talk regularly. How come Monyetta had to get him to come to the shoot and Kenya can't get him to come to the shoot?
Well, what I will say is that I didn't even think of it until you said that before we came up here. And I was kind of confused by that too. Because I'm like, if you talk to him all the time, then why would Monyetta need to bring him?
But hasn't she always done it throughout this whole season? She's been talking about, check, he's this, check, he's this. I check the reviews, this and that. Every time we see this man, he's calling Monyetta or Monyetta's calling him to do something. When are we going to see Kenya sitting down on her couch saying, hey, babe, what's going on? Even Sheree was taking calls from the jail. Like, when are we going to be able to see Kenya by herself talking to this man that she says she's dating? Remember when they was doing that dance in the dance studio? Who called? He called Monyetta. Hey, guess who's here with me? We never saw her talk to him again. And
so
now all of a sudden she's practicing, and Monyetta's like, hey, you here yet? Who is this third party making sure that your relationship goes well?
So are you saying that this is another Rent-A-Center boyfriend?
I don't want to say another because I don't believe that. I don't believe that the first ones she had were Rent-A-Center. I do believe that the ones she's had before were all real, but they were taking that claim to fame. Like, if you're a tow truck driver, you better get on the internet and say, like, I never believe Walter for 1 second. Look at your hair. Like, I never believe Walter for 1 second.
So okay, so why didn't you believe Walter?
You are a tow truck driver. And to be honest, dating Kenya Moore, looking like this,
oh my god,
like it wasn't giving like she paid me to be here. It just wasn't, and I feel like the other people like really like it's Kenya Moore. Like I don't see that. I don't know if this one is a I'm paying you, but I feel like this one is a hey Monyetta, can you call your friend while we doing this scene? He's so worldwide. I can't believe he's so worldwide. That man showed up with with wraps, chicken wraps. What's the new chicken wrap? We don't know. He gave one to I guess what's he doing? Craft services? What? Like this is what I'm not understanding. She had a whole video and she didn't have craft services. Monyetta had to bring in craft services. This man was giving out chicken wraps to everybody that was there. I just don't get it.
Somebody said that was from his restaurant. I hope not. Did he bring them on the plane?
I mean, well, maybe she said he has them in several locations.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I hope he ain't bring them on the plane and brought him that cold ass food.
To be honest, and I would be very offended if somebody comes, they say they like me, we date, and they're like, hey, here's your Uber Eats order, because that's what it seemed like. It seemed like he came in, he was like, this your DoorDash. It's a couple of sandwich from Slutty Vegan, but gotta go. Hey, Brooklyn. Hey, hey, Brooklyn. You look so nice. Just came by to say hi. What is this thing y'all got going on? Kenya had to even explain to him. They dating so much. Oh well, I have a business and people like it. There's a chant that kind of goes with it.
That's the same thing that I thought about because I'm like, if he's supposed to be dating you, then how come he don't know that you got a business?
Child, he handed that
Oh
brown
my
paper
god!
bag. He said, "Here's your, so you can tip me in the app." And then he gave the sandwiches to the people, and he left. He was craft
But
servicing.
see that goes to show you how much I really wasn't into this episode because all these things that you brought up, I damn sure didn't think about it. So it's just like, yeah, I get
It's
what you're
just a
saying.
mess. She's not dating that man. And then she's invited to go to Sanya's event and to Sanya's event and to be the host for the auction, whatever. She says that'll be cute, whatever. I don't care. Then we get to the OG dinner, I think, right? Or do we get to Drew first?
We get to Drew first.
So this scene with Drew was really cute. I do love that her sister is feeling like she's getting a little bit more involvement in what's going on, and she's proud that her sister's going through everything. I thought this was a really great scene. The pandemic was hard for a lot of people, and to see kind of where her sister was starting off on that phone call and just stressing out and not dealing with it well, and then to see now that she's like, you really took what I gave you and ran with it, and I'm so proud of you. And not only that, Drew was able to run down her credentials, and it was
Hmm.
like, yo, this girl really has done some stuff.
She's
You know, she
legit.
yeah, she wasn't doing the small, because Drew calls herself a child star. But it sounds like this woman was really doing stuff in the entertainment business, and it's great to see that she's getting back to normal after the pandemic. It took a lot of people a lot of time to get their mental stability and their mental health in check. And not that she's all the way there, but she's on the journey and she's able to see that, I set you up great for you to really maneuver through this. And I'm so excited about it. I think what was weird is she was like, I need a vacation. I haven't had a vacation in so long. Girl, it sounded like you was in a mental institution. That was a vacation.
Oh
It
my
was now when she kept saying,
god!
"Now, Drew, when the last time I was on a vacation?" And I was thinking, didn't she say you was in a
Do you
hospital?
have to do? Did you have
Because
to?
you don't have to put on airs. Like I'm loving her for her vulnerability, but then don't try to make it seem like you just was so busy during your mental break,
That was not
girl.
a vacation, and you know it's not.
Just haven't taken a break in so long, and this indeed what, girl. Don't you can't try to showcase your vulnerability
Oh
and then
my
like, oh my god, I'm so
god!
great. I'm so glad she's going through this journey. This is so relatable. But then you also trying to act like you just the busiest woman in the world. Girl, what did you go through a mental break, a psychotic break? You needed therapy, you needed to take time off, which is why you wasn't your sister's manager, or were you just so busy and always had stuff going on? It can't be both ways.
That was not a
Y'all, do y'all see
vacation.
what I'm saying?
That ain't no vacation. Being in a mental institute is not a vacation.
It's a break. She was trying to act like she was sitting here doing booking shows while she was in the hospital. Girl, it's a no for busy.
You just don't care what you say, do you?
I know I do. I love the fact that her vulnerability was coming out. I just didn't like it when she was trying to make it seem like, and I just never took a break. Girl, it sounds like you had a break for years because we ain't seen nothing about you. And you said you're supposed to be her manager. You had a break. Child, so much of a break that you was banned from the house. So okay, so
Oh my goodness.
what was the next scene? Was it the OG dinner?
Yes, it was the OG
So
dinner.
talk about the OG dinner. What didn't you like about it?
Nothing.
If you didn't like nothing, that means you like everything.
It fell flat to me. And I
Okay.
feel like it was overhyped.
Okay.
And I feel like at the end of it all, whenever I just feel like people hype up anything that's dealing with older characters, and it was good for nostalgic purposes. It was good to
Okay.
see all of them together. It was, but
Uh-huh.
it fell flat to me. It just
What did it
did.
need? What did it need?
It needed to be organic, and I don't feel like it's organic. I feel like these girls really don't be fooling with each other like that. Like the only ones that's cool like that is really Sheree is cool with Kim, and Sheree is cool with Lisa. Lisa ain't
Yeah.
cool with Kim, and I don't
Mhm.
think any of them talk to Deshaun. And Deshaun
Who?
didn't even see the none of them talked to Deshaun, and it looked like that's why she was quiet the entire time. And it's like, why is she even here?
Mhm.
Why is she here?
I mean,
It
why was
just
she there before?
I,
Y'all, I'm sorry. I don't understand. I really don't understand why Deshaun was even casted during the first season. And she kept meeting with those people. So we're looking. Have you can you give us your resume? What about how are you taking care of children? And what about the household duties? And it's like, girl, like you don't got nothing else going on. But she was trying to look for the person who was dealing with the house. It was just like, girl, like what is your purpose? Why are you even here? It was just it was I think the way that people think they look at Sharice from Real Housewives of Potomac
oh
is
god,
what
not Sharice.
Deshaun Snow was actually giving, because at least Sharice gave me a little something more, a little something extra. Deshaun Snow was trying to act like, girl, I actually was birthed out of a dollar bill. Like that's how much money in in esteem I got. And she kept trying to find a different person. And it was just like, girl, but you're not that interesting. This is not an empire. I don't. No one understands what's going on. Those wigs are tacky. It looks like you can't breathe. The wigs can't breathe. They need a comb. Like it didn't make any sense to me, and I didn't understand why she was there. It was a Deshaun Go, not a Deshaun Snow. Um, but she was a part of the
Oh my
original
god.
cast, so I mean, we had her. Um, what conversations do you think they should have had to make it more organic? Because you said it wasn't organic.
I don't know. I really don't know what they could have done because they don't fuck with each other like that.
You think Eric should have done more? Because you know the people are now saying Eric's name. Do you think the producer should have given more actual flashbacks? Because I feel like they gave a couple,
Yeah,
but it
I would
wasn't
have
enough.
loved to see that. I would have loved to see that. It would have been nice to see the flashbacks.
What flashbacks out of that group? What do you think you would have been great?
Like, for example, I would have loved to see the Kim and Sheree wig tug. I
The
would have
wig too,
loved,
yeah.
yeah, I would have loved to see Lisa and Kim's argument at the reunion. Um, I don't remember anything from Deshaun.
Who? Yes, yes, you're right. That lady. Yes. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. Now BVD TV. Deshaun's wig was just outdated. That's from this episode because she was giving like fancy. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
Oh
She
my
was giving
god.
that bang gang. Deshaun Snow wig was giving. Go ahead and free yourself.
Oh my
Um,
god.
it was it was
She
giving.
looks nice though.
Oh, you thought so? You did.
Deshaun looks nice.
You thought that's what I'm asking. Did you think so?
Yes, I
In that in
did.
that Fantasia Barrino where it said first step, take a deep breath. You don't need a reason why.
Oh my god.
Um
I can't.
so I will say I would have loved to see the wig shift scene. I would have loved a little bit more flashbacks on how they all got together. And then me and you were talking about this. I say that I did like this scene a lot because it can be a reintroduction because you know in New York they're doing that old cast, new cast, and then they're doing like Luann or whatever takes a boring city. I don't know what the name of the show is, but and we also have these ultimate girls trips. I think it
Mhm.
would be great if they find a new way to maneuver these old girls into a new show, which could be the trip. Like when Sheree was like, I think we all should trip together. Like, Kim, you never even took a trip with us. Let's all do this. I think that would be a great show and a segue into a great show. Like Kim, well, no, she's actually staying with her man now at the church. But Lisa Wu got a divorce. Sheree got a divorce. Deshaun Snow got a divorce. We could put Kim Zolciak in there. It would be a little disjointed, but I mean not Kim Zolciak. Cynthia Bailey in there. It'll be a little disjointed, but have her come in and
Mm-hmm.
like all of these girls who've come on the show and their lives have changed so much. Let's go on a trip and let's talk about that. What does that look like? Atlanta takes Portugal, and then they just all go on this
Mm.
trip, this restoration trip, and see where they've come and even talk about their past to now where they are present. Kim and her struggles with what's going on, Lisa Wu and what was going on with her and how her marriage, and then from Keith Sweat to that sexy man that she was married to on the show, and then she also had a baby, random baby with that other dude, like how her life was going on. Sheree talk about like what it's like to maneuver through all of these people and things. Deshaun Snow can be there as well. So like give us
Not
that
just be
and
there.
introduce us into a new segue. It was good to see them, and I felt like being updated with who they are. And I think that Sheree grounding and anchoring the fact that if these old girls can get through the stuff that we've all been through, we can definitely get these new girls to get through it. And I think that Sheree is the anchor that we're looking for. A lot of girls are looking for Candy and Kenya to do it. They just don't have it. They have the I, but they are missing the T. Proceed with caution.
Sheree
And
has it.
I feel like Sheree is doing a great job of showcasing what the group dynamic can look like. The other girls are not giving us what the group dynamic could be, and I feel like Sheree, she's in charge of the girls, and when
Mm.
she calls, the girls come to what she's in charge of. Come to
Mm.
this event, and let's make it happen. And I feel like it's happening with Sheree only. The other girls,
Mm.
they don't know how to act or put their businesses aside.
Mm. Okay.
Who you think's in charge of the girls?
No one is.
And that's a problem too. We need somebody to get these girls together. That's why it's so disjointed. It's a ghetto version of the talls versus the smalls.
I would piggyback off your point. Although
Okay.
I don't agree that there's an anchor, but if there would be an anchor, it should be Sheree. I mean,
Okay.
she is an original.
Mm-hmm.
She's been on the show the longest. Well, not necessarily if you really think about it, but
Okay,
she's been
Kenya.
there from the beginning, I guess. And that would be the person that you would want to be the anchor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now she has shown
What?
that she can be an anchor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she did have the little Gucci brunch. I think that's what it's called. And she brought all the girls together so they can hash out their issues. And I think that
Mm-hmm.
she's going to be the one that's proposing a trip to Portugal. So I
Yep.
think she has the potential to be an anchor.
And what is
I
she
just
missing?
don't think that she's all the way in as an anchor. I think she has a lot more to do to be that. She's halfway there, but she's not all the way there to me.
And what do you think she's missing?
A lot.
Like what? Give me two things.
I literally just explained to you
Like what is she missing that
that
you would feel like she's an anchor if she did these two things?
I just don't think that she's just now beginning to take charge in a sense. And not to mention, like somebody said, she's missing authenticity. She's not even the realest person up here. Like she doesn't even show much. You know what I mean? Like we thinking that her storyline was going to be a central focus because that's what I came into this season thinking. But we
Mhm.
only got 2 episodes of that with
Mhm.
Martell. And after Martell left, so did her damn storyline. So it was like she's just there. Like she's piggybacking off of Marlo. She's piggybacking off of Sanya.
Yeah,
And
but I think
then
that that's
she had
okay. Does
you
the
just
anch- do
you
you think
asked me why
that's
I
true?
think
I'm gonna shut
she's
up.
not an anchor,
I'm gonna
and
shut
that's
up.
why I feel that way.
Okay. I would have to disagree
Of
because I feel
course.
like it's an ensemble cast. And
Mhm.
I feel like the anchor doesn't have to have the like leading storyline or the most, the biggest storyline. I feel like it's okay for you as long as you can ingrain yourself in the as a central focus of the group or a part of the central focus of the group, and then communicate with everyone in their stories. I think that makes you a great housewife. You don't have to have the central or the direct storyline because everybody's life is not that interesting all the time. And I feel like she showed us what's going on with Martell. That stuff went away. We're learning about her being a grandma. She has a focus of contention with Candy on what's going on with her business and trying to deal with that. But she's able to communicate with every person, keep those relationships going, have everyone come together as a group. She can talk to everyone. No one's going to be like, I'm not going because of Sheree. I think that's what makes her the central person. Everybody else is too disjointed. It's too many. It's too much friction when it comes to everyone else, or there's not enough respect. Like Sanya kind of has the same thing that Sanya has the same kind of thing that Sheree has, but people don't respect Sanya because she's so new. She doesn't have a lot of problems with everybody. She can kind of get all the girls together and they can all coalesce and she's a part of everyone's story, but they don't respect her. Sheree has all of that plus respect.
I just feel like Sheree is just now showing this towards the end of the season, and I feel like that's something
It's only
to be
episode
shown.
8.
But I mean, we only gonna get 15 episodes, busy. So this is halfway through the season. What I'm saying is, she should do that from the very beginning. We're just now starting to see that. Like I would agree if she was doing that from the beginning, but I feel like she's just now starting to take that role. Now, so that means I don't fully disagree with you, but I don't think that she's all the way there yet.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. She has the potential to be that person. She do. I can give you that.
I'll be on the lookout. I like the OG scene and it ended like whatever. And then what was next? It was Sonya saying Sanya, right?
Sanya's thing, yeah.
Yeah, so for the rest of this time, it was all about Sonya saying Sanya's charity event. What I did like, what was heartbreaking to me, and I was talking to Scotty about this over the phone, is that I had just came back from New York to be with family, and I love being around my siblings, and we had this big party for my nephew, and it was a lot of fun. What's interesting to see again, because I'm not seeing anybody else to see anything, was this dynamic that Sonya Singh Sanya has with her family, and for her sister, because when the thing started and Sonya Singh Sanya was getting her hair done by her sister, I thought to myself, how? Like, y'all been in fights and this is what's going on. But then I also think about the fights that I've been in with my siblings, and reluctantly, if I know they have something that's big that's coming up, I care about them. I want them to do well. I don't care about the money or none of that. I want to make sure that you're representing yourself well and that this goes off without a hitch. I will come and do whatever you want me to do. Now, everyone in my family could also
It used to be me.
What stopped?
I said it used to be me.
What my family can also attest to is that BusyBlu is going to complain, and you're not gonna not hear my mouth about what I'm now doing, because I love you and I care for you, but you also need to hear that this is affecting me in some way, shape, or form. Whether now I complain too much that it just no one cares, but I need people to know that, yo, I don't even know what I'm doing. You didn't tell me I should have been here. I got kids, my kids and your kids. I got a husband. I got stuff to do. You told us that we need to be out by the end of the month because of your husband. I'm trying to pack and you want me to be here. These not even my curlers. That's why I'm trying to go through this raggedy hair several times. Like I'm done with all of this BS. And it's really frustrating me. And I love how they were speaking in patois in the beginning, because they're like, look, we just need to have a sister conversation that these people can't understand. Somebody translated it because they was like deep in the broken English. But then it was just like, look, I thought this was gonna be B-roll. At the end of the day, you a B, and you got me in here doing your hair, but then you don't want me to be here. You're treating me like crap, and I don't like it. And it's very frustrating. And what was great about the scene is that then her friend came over, and Sonya saying Sanya trying to act like, well, we're trying to get through things, and her friend was like, it sounded like your sister want to slash. It looked like your sister want to slit your throat. Okay, she's doing your hair, but she doesn't look happy about it.
That's how I
And
feel about most of my siblings at this moment. I ain't talking to most of them right now.
that's real, and it happens, and you could see yourself if you have siblings in one of those spaces. Either it's the person who always needs something, and your siblings are not understanding that I'm just trying my best to make it through this, or you're on the other side, which is like you're the sibling who always has to help the sibling who's just trying to make it through life. And it's like this stuff is ridiculous, and it's getting
But the
frustrating.
black sheep at the same time. Yeah, continue.
Or the black sheep at the end, the black sheep at the same time. And then you have to just try your best to keep on a brave face and just get through it. Even when her sister was like, girl, I'm gonna do your hair and then I'm gonna leave. And I don't care nothing about those tears. Wipe your face, you got makeup on your sides. And I'm about to leave. So I'm about to get this done. These are the curls. You got this done, but I still have other stuff to do. And you're not gonna keep treating me like this. You want me and you want this is not double dutch, and I'm done playing. Okay, you already, my husband don't have a job because of you, and now I gotta go home and watch your kids and my kids, and your husband don't want me to even be here while you try to make $50,000 and y'all sending us back to Jamaica with no patties. This is ridiculous. And I watched that scene and I just started crying because I felt the anger being Sonya saying it's Sanya's sister and shutting up and doing her hair, but I also felt the sadness from Sonya saying Sanya, which is just like, I know that I'm not doing my best job as a sister, and I can't, or a sibling, and I have to acknowledge that she's right, but I also feel frustrated because I'm really just trying my best. And this scene was just it was so emotional for me.
I guess I kind of tuned out because I'm currently not really talking to most of my siblings right now. As of right now, like I've completely like distanced myself. Like,
Well, so then why wouldn't that relate to you? Do you not like to see your
no,
siblings
it's not
in
that
this?
it's not that it didn't relate because it does. It's just that I kind of tuned out of it, you know, because sometimes when I watch reality TV, I relate to things and it hits. It's a trigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of it, sometimes I kind of tune out. And being that I just had a big blow up with one of my siblings already, and I'm
Was it
mad
similar to
with,
this?
not really similar. It was just mainly a situation where one of my siblings wanted us to come out of the country because he wanted to propose to his girlfriend.
Okay.
Meanwhile, as you know,
They don't watch your channel, right? Because that would be a giveaway.
I wouldn't give a damn.
Whoa, yikes.
But you know, he wanted us to come and support him.
Yeah.
And you know, as you know, about 2-3 months earlier, I had an award show and I asked everybody to show up or try to come, and nobody responded to me.
Yeah.
So none of them responded, but he wanted me to support him. So I chose not to go.
Okay.
Even though I already had plans this month anyway, so I wasn't going to be able to go anyway. But something had happened and I gave my honest opinion about it. And when I gave my opinion, I was called, you know, that's why I say I'm the black sheep and the scapegoat, because, you know, a lot of the times when you're the truth teller of your siblings or your family, you are always perceived to be the problem, or you're the wrong, you're always in the wrong. So I can't speak my truth or tell you exactly what's really going on, because I'm gonna be called bitter or jealous just because I'm telling the truth. So that literally just happened to me a couple of days ago. So it's just like, that's why I made the comment that I made earlier today when I said, when I'm going through it, I should just call or text you.
Yeah. I think we can relate on so much.
Yeah, because it's like, out of all of my siblings, I can't say, and this is on my dad's side. My dad is the one with all the kids. My mom has 3 kids. My dad has 6, including myself. So it's like, for me, I'm the second out of all 6, but I'm the one that gets all of the responsibility, or everybody
Mm,
comes to me for things. Like if they
yeah,
need me to send them money, I send it. If they need me to send them money for their kids, I send it. If they need to dump all their problems on me, I'm the person that they do it with.
yeah.
But I don't get anything back in return.
I felt like that before. Yeah.
So it's just like y'all always come to me when I need something, but I'm not allowed to have an opinion. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I feel like this scene would have definitely I feel you. I know I'm the oldest, so I feel like a lot of responsibility has been put on me. And I tell my mom this all the time. I feel like as she had each other child, she stopped parenting more and more. And the things I have to do for others, but they don't have to show up or do for me is it feels bad, it feels weird. So I see the dynamic in Sonya saying it's Sonya's family because her partner's not there. She wants
Hmm.
everything to run smoothly. She needs all of this. Her siblings seems like they want to be there. They want to help her. They see the benefit in all of this. But then also there is this dynamic of we're individuals. I'm married. You're married. We have our stuff. You have your stuff. We also need to figure out what this balance looks like, and talk to each other. And I feel like they're learning and growing that. And that's why I feel like that all of this scene was just so magical and important. I don't say magical, but it was important because Sonya saying something, she's sitting here trying to deal with what's going on with Ross and the baby. When the real problem is the fact that you brought your family here and
Hmm.
you overabundantly asked them for things, and you don't even see the grace that they've given you, how much they provided for you, and all of that. So I think that her sister probably feels like how you or I would feel. Like I've overextended myself, me, my family, my husband, everybody, to make sure that you were okay. And
Isn't that
now,
hurtful?
now that I need something, now you like, well, I'm not sure. Or as soon as you get to a place where you're fine and dandy, now it's like you can move out. And no respect for me and what I've done for you, and not even seeing how important it is. And I feel like the sister feels somewhat probably how you feel. Like I have overexerted myself, and now that I'm finally saying this is BS, you sitting here trying to cry your makeup out before your thing.
Like,
No, don't do it.
and I know this is not the video for that, but it's just so it just hits me right now. Isn't that
Yeah.
a hurtful thing when you overly extend yourself to people, not necessarily people, but your family? You
Mm-hmm.
overextend yourself to them and you try to be there for them, but when it's time for when you're in need for something, no one's there.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the weirdest thing in the world. But you're often, even though you're there for everybody and you give your all to everybody, and then the next, like somebody just said in the chat, once you say no, you are the enemy. You are the bad guy because you said no that one
They don't
time.
like it. They don't like what you say because you've been yes this whole entire time.
Right. Like
And
you
this
always say
is
yes.
the video for that. This now in this channel, I make it as relatable as possible. I don't just talk about the show. I talk about how it relates to
Okay. Cause
life.
see,
Yeah,
I do that too. I do that too. So
yeah.
it's like, and then on top of that, they make you feel like you're the problem every
Mm-hmm.
time. Or for me, like this is probably why I'm an emotional robot as is, because I've always been shunned whenever I speak my truth or say how I feel about something. Because the moment that I say how I feel about something, oh, he just being dramatic. Oh, he looking for a storyline. Oh, he
Yeah.
doing this. He doing that. Oh, he just being extra. Like, why am I being extra just because I'm saying what's on my mind or what's on my heart? So now I have to suppress those things because I don't want to make nobody feel no type of way, or I gotta suppress it, or I gotta walk on eggshells so I won't make nobody else upset. But really, I'm killing myself on the inside because I'm not being honest.
And that's why it's good to stop doing that. And that's why I love this scene because her sister was like, I'm gonna do your hair, I'm gonna finish this. And I gotta let you know that you were disrespectful. These are all the things I got going on. And don't look for me when this show starts. Like, because I'm not gonna be here. I don't care. And I'm ready to go. And I think Sonya saying in science, she's probably used to getting putting those tears out and being like, I'm feeling. And her sister said, girl, I'm going, please wipe your face. And I'm going home. And I think you have to get to a point where you're old enough to know that they're going to be upset, they're going to be sad, they're going to do whatever manipulation tactics they're going to have to do, but you're going to have to stand firm. That happened to me this past year where we all go home for Kwanzaa. And I was having a fight with one of my siblings, and the stuff that he was saying to me, that's a girl. I told the whole family I'm not coming, and I'm the person who really puts on the show. I'm not doing it, and yeah, and it doesn't matter who's upset about it. We have family members who are crying, and people trying to tell me to come, and you have to stand firm that this is what I'm not going to do. And I love that the sister was like, I'm a crimp your hair up, this tacky wig, and then I'm gonna leave. And she was so serious. She had the spray. Girl, and then she wasn't even looking at Sonya saying sign. She was like, "Wipe your eyes, girl, because you don't want to mess with your makeup." Okay, I got 2 more to go, and then
Well,
go home.
well, as far as your Kwanzaa trip, at least you was invited. This past Christmas, one of my siblings, my first cousin, my aunt, and my grandmother, they all went to visit my dad, and I wasn't even invited. So at least she was invited. No one even told me that they were going on a trip.
Child, not the. You know what? But then that's all right. That's what you, because you start to learn how you deal with you learn how to maneuver or deal with those individuals. And I think that Sonya saying Sanya's sister is where a lot of us are, where I could show you better than I could tell you. Now I'm not gonna lose who I am as a person and the grace that I have for you, which is why I think it was big of her to come and do her hair. I'm gonna do your hair, but I'm gonna let you know that you are treating me wrong, and now I'm about to leave. And I think slowly she's gonna continue to start maneuvering or acting like that until she realizes I need to fight for my sister because it's not the right thing to do to like kick them out. Girl, you think you about to have another baby? And Ross is always in Texas doing God knows what with who knows who in those limousines. Okay, then you go home. I mean, you told me to go home. I would definitely go home, and then slowly and slowly, I feel like she's gonna start pulling back, and I think that that's the best thing to do. You don't need to be invited to your daddy thing, girl, because they start doing stuff on your own, and they be like, "Oh, you didn't invite us." I didn't even think about it. Remember that time y'all went and I didn't even think about it. My bad. My
It was
bad.
I could just go all day talking about that stuff. Like it's just like I think I have made peace with being the quote unquote black sheep. And especially if I say I'm the black sheep, I'm being dramatic. I'm being extra. He wants some attention. It's not. Do you not see do you not see how y'all do? Like,
yeah, I don't think so. And I think don't call yourself the black sheep. Just you've matured.
the chosen one.
Yeah, you've matured and you see things differently. Because when I would call myself the black sheep, I would feel like then I was a negative part of the family or a part of the family that they just didn't get. I feel like they got me. They just didn't want to acquiesce to the things that I had. And a lot of it was my responsibility. I made it so that they can treat me this way. And the whining was not going to change that. So then I had to change my behavior on how they treated me. I don't think my family looked at me as the black sheep. They didn't agree with me. They were going to gang up on me. They told me I was different. But I don't think they looked at me as the black sheep. And I don't want you to take that on either.
I think it's more so, I think I'm pretty much misunderstood. And I think they misunderstand me on purpose. The thing of it is, I'm going to vocalize if I feel wronged about something. It doesn't matter if it's a sibling, if it's an aunt, if it's a cousin, if it's a grandmother or my father. I'm going to say it. And because none of them are going to say it, I'm absolutely wrong because I'm the only one that's saying the things that they think. But I say it. And because I say it, I get dumped on. So it's kind of like, okay, so now you got to walk on eggshells. Now you don't want to say too much because you're going to offend somebody. You're not going to
just know they're gonna act like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, it really don't matter what I do. It's always going to be a problem. Like if I'm around, it's a problem. If I'm not around, why you don't come around? It's like you act like you don't want me to be around, and then when I'm not around, it's still a problem. So what do you want me to do? Like
they want both. I complain. The people got mad that I complain and that I have issues. So then I just let them know I'm gonna come around and I'm gonna complain, and I'll teach my nephew how to do it. So it's gonna be 2 of us in the family. Okay, you thought it was gonna have a protege? Okay. And now we're both ready to do it. I say, you tell them what's wrong with you. And even if it's not wrong with you, just act like it is, just to stir up some controversy. Because that's what this family needs, some a little bit of pushback. Pam said, I love this conversation. We could go back and forth about it, but this is what I love about reality television shows. And this is why I hate the group think that Scotty by Nature TV does with the We All Hate Busy 11 podcast.
Now, see,
Because
we were actually having a opening moment, an honest moment, and you gonna take it there.
yeah, I'm still being honest. Don't treat me like your family treats you. I'm
You
still
you gonna
allowed to,
take it there when you
yeah.
already got somebody that already
Mhm.
tried to make this out like, oh, you treat your business so bad, oh, your buddy
Did,
busy.
did, did, did,
Oh, but you
did.
just said I didn't bully you, but now you're trying to say I did.
Well,
Okay.
they did feel that way, and
They only felt that way because I was cursing at you, which I curse at you all the time.
I'm
That
gonna
ain't
respect.
nothing
I'm
new.
gonna respect the people's feelings in
Of course, you're
America.
gonna respect the people feeling because they taking up for your ass. Go ahead though.
Amen.
Go
Amen.
ahead though. She can be mad
But
all she wants to, child.
I like this. How you know she ain't got over it?
She just said
Let's
she's still pissed, honey. That's what she
not.
said.
That was like 40 minutes ago. Let's see how she's still feeling. Put it in the comments. What was
Child,
her
she
name?
gonna be
It was
tweet.
G
She
Mom or
gonna
Guap
tweet
Mom
my
or
ass.
something
She
like
gonna
that.
tweet my
Put it in
ass
the comments.
about it.
Tell us how you feel
She
now.
gonna tweet my ass about it later because that's what she did the night of that damn panel. She wouldn't shut up
Oh
and
my
leave me
God. If
alone.
that was her, I was reading the stuff and then I talked to House of Aaron. I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to get in this or not. He was like, please stand back. Stand back. Because y'all was going in and going hard. And I was like, I'm about to get beat up if I jump in this.
I'm
Um,
like, leave me alone. Like, leave me alone.
but yes, I do love what I love about reality television shows is that there's relatability aspects, and where a lot of people can't see, where people didn't see it for Marlo or Candace or the people that I love or that I'm fans of. I think a lot of it was because I'm different and I see things differently and I act differently. And a lot of the times when I see a lot of people piling up on one person, I don't like that because it happens to me a lot. And a lot of people don't agree with how I'm feeling or think that I'm making it up and it's not that big of a deal and da 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 da. And maybe it's my experiences that make me look at Marlo and say, it's I can see her side because majority of the people, like in a lot of my experience, are choosing to not or are gonna say that it's made up and I don't care. And they did that with Candy. I mean, with Candace, they did it when Kenyon when she first started, and they were doing it with Marlo. And because I've been on that side of the coin a lot, or that side of the argument a lot, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, okay, yeah, this is trash. I can learn to see someone else's side because that's how growth that I want the other people to show me. That's how it happens. If I keep regurgitating the same actions, then no one's ever gonna grow. And if I want people to look at my side differently, then I have to look at other people's side differently, which is probably why I in a House of Aaron see Marlo's side because you don't have to be a-hole to understand the simple nuances that she was asking for. Now, do you have to believe it? Maybe not. Do you have to agree with it? Maybe not. But to dogpile like I felt like everybody was doing for no reason, it bothered me. And people's reactions when they're dogpiled are different. I'm not the one who's gonna no, that's not true. Because I will burn the bridge while we all standing on this. I'm crazy. I'm a Pisces. Don't you I as we are all standing on this bridge, I will burn it down. And I feel like Marlo is the same exact way. But there are
No.
some people who can adequately express their feelings and their emotions differently. And I feel like some people are looking for Marlo to do that.
I definitely will agree to disagree.
I didn't ask you to do anything. Okay,
You don't have
so
oh, you don't have to ask me. See, you see how you
mhm,
try to start with me? You see how you try to start with me? All I said was I respectfully disagree. That's all I said.
yeah,
But okay.
and I let you
But
know
it
respect.
doesn't I don't you don't have to let me know nothing. Okay. I'm just letting you know that I don't agree with you. Like you did on the, you know, not so
Nobody
busy
likes
blue
busy.
podcast.
Nobody likes busy with podcast. Okay, so then after that, we get to the show. It looks like everybody's coming in. It looks like it was a great overall, it was a great charity event. There was a lot of money that was made. I love how everybody came together. I did love the fact that Sheree's son came and that Marlo gave her an award. Those awards look very cheap. So I will say, so you're saying, Sanya, if you are going to do another award ceremony or something like this, one, can you get better looking awards? That award looked very, 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 very cheap. It looked like it was put together.
Give her some slack. It's her first time doing it.
Yeah, but if you can do a $100,000 party, then you definitely could have made this event, those awards, a little bit better. A glass award or something. It looked like somebody had glued it together or drew on it, or it looked very, very, very cheap. I've gotten honor roll awards that look better than that thing that you gave to Sheree. So it just looked very, very, very cheap. So just put a little bit more money into that award, the awards that you were giving out, because I don't know, it looked really bad. And then, was this a luncheon? I didn't see anyone eating any food, so I'm not sure. Was it where everybody was sitting at round tables, but I didn't
thought
see.
they did.
Did they eat? Were they eating food? Because the lady did say the drinks were flowing, so maybe they were eating. I didn't see any food come out, so but maybe they were eating. I did want to see more of the, if you are going to do this again, show the recipients of the young people who are doing great in school and how we can donate to the school, and then also give stories of the families that you've already helped out and where the money's going to be going, because that would have really drove it home that like Mommy Nation is doing some really amazing things, not just talking about the work that you're going to be doing, but actually showcasing like these are the mothers that need help, or these are the mothers that we've helped so far. This is where your money couldn't be going. I would have loved to know what the different tiers were, and how you can help each person and what this is gonna go to. I thought that would have been amazing. Maybe doing a team up with Candy where we help the mother with the housing, the other person with schooling, and Candy cares, give out the backpacks. Like it could be a trio thing. Like I thought it would have been amazing to do something like that. I wish there was a little bit more cohesiveness with the awards. I didn't like her standing in the middle of the thing. And this next award is going to a mother down to earth, mom. This and that, because
oh
Sheree,
my God,
we have seen Sheree lose it all and then get it all back, kind of, somewhat, sort of. It was on. She had to make her son a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and he was on an air mattress on one of her last seasons. She could barely afford those shoes for him. Like, we watched this woman really move through, and it would have been great to see all of her children, because they live there. All of her children come together and collectively giving her that award. And then even if somebody wrote something for Cairo, him saying, "I respect you, I love you," that was just not enough for me. So I didn't like that. What else? And then Kenya coming in looking like a whole funeral arrangement. I didn't like that. I'm sorry. Y'all can say what y'all want. I love Kenya dearly, but she came in looking like in lieu of flowers.
oh my God.
Say Kenya looked like a mourning gift. She looked like if she stood by a casket, they would have thought she was ready. She was just something from the family. It just really was not. It wasn't giving it for me. I don't know if it's because she said she had just got the dress and that man had to add 2 inches. But Kenya came in looking like a dead bed of roses. It just looked like a dress that somebody put on the ground, stepped on it.
Oh my God.
Y'all remember when Mama Joyce said that Karma was using Candy's old weave? It looked like Kenya had Candy's old weave in there in her head. It was just all types of tacky and frizzy. It wasn't working for. And this was a charity event. She came out with her back out. The dress was almost up. India Ari would have had a fit had she seen this. Girl, India Ari would have been so upset had she seen this. She came to a charity event with the dress that was up here. She had the back out.
Oh my God.
I just didn't. She came, I don't know, where Savage Fenty on, and then talk about something. We about to raise tons of money. Everybody, all right, here we got stuff going on. And I was thinking she must be about to strip. That's how we got to get a lot of the money. She came in looking like that girl who was dancing on Limb in the first scene of Soul Food during the wedding. It was like, your husband's out there dancing with some tramp. That's how short the dress was that Kenya had on. but she did go to a charity event at Shoe Dazzle or whatever with lingerie and butt pads on and that see-through dress that Phaedra had on, saying that she was an alcoholic. So I don't know what truly to expect from her, but I didn't like what she had on at this charity event. I don't know. Y'all could tell me if y'all liked it, but I thought it was really crazy what she had on. And then she said we was gonna make 100K. And I mean, really, we could have kept where it was because we didn't even really make that much money at the event. So I don't know. I mean, to me, I just felt like we could have left Kenya where she was in the audience. And then Sonya singing Sanya could have did what she needed to do by herself. So I don't know. What did y'all feel about it? How did y'all feel about Kenya's did Kenya give any money? Did she have a paddle?
I think she did have a paddle.
And who were those other random ladies that was at the event? Were they ladies of success? Because it seemed like they was like, girl,
oh my God.
I am not putting this paddle up. They could have had a silent auction or something.
Oh my goodness.
Because it just didn't seem. I don't know. I don't know. Marlo and Sheree didn't look like they wanted to donate to their girl Sonya singing. To be honest, I didn't. It just seemed very weird to me how the event was going, and maybe it's how they chopped and screwed up the thing. But it was just like, fine, because when you have paddles, it's how you raise the price.
Yeah.
But was it like, if you're giving $5,000, put your paddle up, and then we're gonna count the $5,000 totals. And then if you go ahead $10,000, put your paddle up, put the $10,000. I didn't understand it. It seemed like it was supposed to be a silent auction, but it was more like I'm gonna give $5,000. And I don't know about that. And then did we start off at $5,000? Was that the lowest level? Because it looked like some of those young ladies was the ladies of success ladies. So like did they have what was the starting price? Because it seemed like Kenya got up there and it started off with $5,000.
That's what it sounds like to me, because I don't remember those started price.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like she had like really other famous people there. I mean, I just didn't. I don't know. I don't know. Kenya was the first donation of 5K. Is the least she could do coming up, looking like a old bag of flour. Looking like a store-bought flower flower purchase.
Oh my God.
It was giving ShopRite. It was giving Walmart floral section. It wasn't working for me. It really like my step.
Oh my God.
Ladies of success. Y'all know who ladies of success are. When Candy said, who are these random ladies that Nene's bringing in? The event was bald headed like Marlo's edges before surgery. Before is the thing, Taurus Moon. You need to step up to the present. To the present. Okay. 5,000 covered the rent and some other amenities, which was cool. I think that if she would have let them know, like, we're going to be taking whatever amount you want to donate would be amazing. Okay. We're going to start off here, and then we're going to go up to here. For big donors, we're letting you know that this is how much you can get, but we'll take whatever from it, because it sounds like some of the little people kind of got left out. At church there, when you don't really have any dollar bills, you take the little envelope, and then you can write on the envelope what you're gonna put. It seemed like they didn't even have that.
Listen.
Oh, G-Mom still feels like the same way.
She'll be all right.
They still pissed about the piano. Well, you know what, G-Mom? I'm glad you're over here on the good side. Again, I don't feel bullied, but I can understand why you would think that everybody hates BusyBlu or not.
Don't nobody care about what she thinks.
I do, G-Mom, before.
She'll be all right. That panel was weeks ago. If she would still want to be pissed about it, she could be the only one pissed about it, honey. Don't nobody give it.
I think it's a lot of people because they was DMing me. Don't come over here again. I just didn't tell you that because I'm like,
I don't care
these
about what they say.
these people crazy. Your fans was like, I will cut your mother if you come on this podcast
Oh, I
again.
don't believe they said
And I was like, oh my
that.
God, why y'all so mean to me? They're like, he's the most ignorant and stupid person ever. I can't believe Scott. He's like, whoa, what did I say?
But
That
I
was
did take up
crazy.
for you. I did defend you more than one
You
time.
you did, but that didn't mean that I didn't cry that night because of what some of the
You
people
did
said.
not cry.
Several days.
The only one that's crying is that person in them comments. That's the only one that's still crying about it.
Yeah, and I'm glad she got my back because those people still coming over there saying, "Stupid, you right," and they reading me for filth.
She the only
Yeah, I got no bad. So I
one.
want to thank all of y'all for y'all put in the comments as we get out of here. What were your favorite parts of the episode? And then as you guys put your favorite parts of the episode and how you felt about the episode, we saw the mid-season trailer. What do you think about what's going to be happening? How did you feel about the mid-season trailer?
It's all about Drew.
And how does that make you feel? Because she's on the side that the people like, right? Yeah, you excited about it being all about Drew? Drew Zabora.
Not Drew Sabora.
She is a Bora. Drew
I mean,
Zabora.
I mean, I am interested in knowing about the whole unraveling of her marriage. I will be honest and say that. That's
Mm-hmm.
what's because that was the main thing I wanted to see when the season started.
Mm-hmm.
That was the main thing I wanted to see. So
I mean, but we already have that information. Like I
I wanted
don't.
to see it play out.
I'm not interested. We've been seeing it played out. The thing is, like, this is not breaking news or brand new news. We already know why they're getting a divorce. Is she just realized that the divorce was happening, but they have been disjointed and disconnected for a long time, and I it has to be something extremely surprising for me in these next couple of episodes where I'm like, wow, I didn't see that. If that was the reason why they're getting divorced, I definitely didn't see that. But as of right now, I mean, we already for 2 seasons we already know why she should be getting a divorce. Her husband got the Delilah spirit.
Well, it's not much to look forward to. That's really the only thing that I got for it because it ain't nothing else.
Really? Oh, I mean, what about the people that people love? You know, Kenya and Ken. What about their story? Are you not excited about what they have
I mean,
coming
I
up?
didn't see much about them in there.
And I'm just making sure that somebody said it.
I mean, look, don't do that because just because I like candy does not mean that I'm not gonna say what it is. It ain't nothing in there with her in it for me to be excited about. So I'm just being
I'm just
honest.
making sure the people because the girls are like, we need to see more of the. Can we keep more of a focus in the girl?
Like
But what is there to show?
the primary focus in that mid-season trailer was Drew, and that's just the truth. It wasn't nobody else really but Drew.
And Drew is they're insinuating that she's a lesbian.
Which is so lazy. Like, how many times we gonna do that?
What
But
have somebody being a lesbian?
like, that's not a scandal to me. I mean, like a lot of these
If
girls.
if she's married, her kissing, tonguing down a person and getting her box licked.
I mean, we still don't know what Ralph did in Tampa, so
That's true, but to be honest, at this point, we don't even need to know what Ralph did in Tampa. He do enough F shit that we know about. Okay, he writing books and not telling his wife. He's going out adopting, not adopting, talking to the wife, not talking to the wife, being the sister. It's enough calling her stupid to her face, saying she just deserves McDonald's. Like we don't really need to know what's going on. To be honest, that's the least of my worries. If I was married to him at this point, I don't even care what you did in Tampa and who you did it with. He do so much disrespectful stuff in her face. That's what the divorce should be about. I don't care what he did with Tampa and who he did it with, how many people. But the box getting licked by a lesbian, this is getting who y'all remember DJ Tracy was licking Kim's box while her children was in the living room. At least that's what they said. Let me just get a clarification. DJ Tracy was licking Kim's box while her children was living in the living room. And Brielle was taking pictures in the bathroom with roaches, and the other one was seeing how much she can get for John Legend's tickets. I don't think anybody else had any lesbian experiences on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, Portia said somebody eating her box that night, but I don't know if somebody did, except for I think Tanya, that was her name, right? The girl
Yeah,
who
Tanya.
yeah, she licked that box and then got some Ebola and she went right back to Canada. She said, y'all won't see me ever again. And then she wanted to eat Candy's box till she came. And then Kim said that Candy wanted to lick her box. So I guess this is kind of right up the alley.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
To be honest, I say this actually does seem like the normal
about. Oh my
thing.
god.
I
Oh
think
my
the only
god.
one not licking boxes is Kenya's not licking boxes. Sanya, she's not licking boxes. Not that I wouldn't put it past her, but I'm gonna put that. I'll leave that alone. So I think those are the only two not doing it, and I don't think Sheree's licking anybody's boxes. So I think those are the only three. Oh, and Marlo. I don't think Marlo's licking anybody's boxes. So we gotta find a new box licker, and I guess it's gonna be um Drew Zabora, but I don't think that Ralph will be mad at that.
Not a new box liquor.
I mean, somebody got to do it. We haven't had a box licking a box licking scandal in a minute. Portia's gone. Candy trying to act like she's not
Oh
licking
my
boxes anymore. That's why
god.
she didn't want to take the role in the movie because she's like, I don't want people to think, girl, I thought you
Oh
were
my
selling
god.
dildos and taking it from the back during the dungeon tour, but now you don't want people to think so. We need a
I went
brand
to
new
the
one.
dungeon tour actually.
Was it good? What did you wear? Because me and my partner were thinking about going. We had outfits, but we didn't go.
It's like a I don't what did I have on? It was very one piece. Some shit I would never wear.
Okay, okay. If she does it again, I would love to go to the dungeon tour and just be naked. So it does sound like this. He said it sounds like the rest of the season is going to be about Drew getting her box 8 or licking boxes. And then it seems like Sonya says she's pregnant, but I feel like I've seen her recently and there was no baby. So maybe there's a story there
But
about
then
what's
I think
going
they
on.
said, I think from what I saw on the internet, that it was revealed on People that she's pregnant.
Is it?
At least that's what I thought.
Okay. Well, I would if she is pregnant, I would love to see because I feel like I haven't seen her be pregnant. Not that I'm following her, but I didn't
Oh,
know
you
she
not
would.
following your fave?
Oh no, I'm following Kenya. But I didn't think that she was going to be
And it
pregnant.
is in it's in People.
Oh, so
It's
she's with child. Okay, well that's good for her. And then who else is on the show? We didn't see much of Candy. You know what's interesting? And if you all watch Candy speak on it, she gets a little upset when Todd says, my movie's coming out, or y'all gonna see my movie in these next couple of episodes. And Candy was like, don't you mean our movie? But I feel like this whole entire season, she's been very focused on making sure that we know that it's Todd's. So it was
yeah.
very weird to me during this last speak on it, but she was like, well, why aren't you saying it's our movie? I helped
Because
produce
it
it.
ain't our movie, it's his.
Yeah, but no, you have to watch the speak on it. She
But
was
I ain't seen Speak
very,
on it yet.
yeah,
So
she was very serious about how dare you call it your movie because we did it together. So that was strange. I don't know how much we're gonna get more of Marlo. It looks like Martell comes back.
I didn't get that. Could you
oh
try
sh-
again?
oh Sheree's publicity stunt comes back. Oh.
Yeah, so it looks like he does come back for another scene or two. It doesn't look like Kenya has anything. I guess I didn't see anything with Kenya going on. It looks like Sheree does take the girls out of the country. I don't see anything outside of that. It seems like they have fun. It seems like everybody's mended some things a little bit with Marlo. It didn't seem like there was a lot of arguing. So she kind of gets her groove back into the group, and then I guess Drew's getting her box licked. So I guess that's what we have to look forward to. That's going to be
Oh
the
my
season.
goodness.
So are y'all excited about seeing Drew get her box licked in a divorce? Let me make sure that I finish out these. Marlo just like oh Rich D. Maybe somebody said tell Scotty. Tell Scotty what? She saved now. Licking ain't no more. Who saved? Who's supposed to be
Candy
saved?
Candy is not saved. If that's what you're
By
talking about.
I don't think she said. Maybe they talking about she did go to church, but
Uh,
maybe she's Catholic. Well, I guess it happens more with the boys in the Catholic church. On interview with with Aaron, it did like her face was a little bit different. That was a great interview. I was laughing for days.
it was funny.
Um,
Aaron is funny without even trying to be funny. People be
he
sleeping
is.
on him, but he is funny as fuck.
He really is. When I say I was calling people, and I called my mom right after I watched that interview. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I said, "Mom, can you defend Marlo calling Drew a wannabe washed up actress built like a box built like a boxed ass Mickey Mouse?" And she was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "I'm just seeing if you can do it." So Sanya said there will be an unexpected feud in Portugal.
Mm,
Okay, and then tell Scotty about the dungeon. Oh, they wanted to know if you did anything nasty at the dungeon.
I didn't. I
Oh, he
didn't.
said no. My trust said busy. I just found you're my birthday twin. Yes, March 5th, all day, every day, the best day. I like Aaron. He is great. He is great.
He is
Y'all,
so
he's
funny.
he's so serious, by the way. I'm so serious about what? What happened?
About you calling your mama with that shit.
Oh yeah, I call everybody. I call everybody, and I was like, can you defend Marlo calling? Can you defend Marlo calling Drew a washed up, a wannabe actress built like a boxed ass Mickey Mouse? Can you
That
defend it?
was the funniest thing
Because Aaron's
ever.
face was so serious. You gotta go box that Mickey Mouse. Can you defend that? And then yeah, he made Candy trying to be good. Okay. Candy is trying to be saved now. So let's see how saved she can be. Scotty, thank
Mhm.
you so much for doing this with me. It was
No
short notice,
problem.
and you was naked in the bed, and I thank you so much for putting on clothes and for doing this video with me. I'm sure everybody already watches you, but tell the people where they can find.
You can definitely find me on YouTube on Scotty by Nature TV, and that's also my Instagram and the TikTok that I never use. And on my Twitter account is Scotty by Nature 1. So everything's pretty much the same.
And what do you have coming up?
What is going on here?
I said, what do you have coming? I said, what do you have coming up? You know, you normally do your commercials and stuff before you do your videos, and you're so professional with it. I'm like, okay, you better give us a little bit of a what's the timeline for the week? What's in the new chicken wrap? So what do you have coming up?
Okay, what I got coming up is my Whether You Like It or Not panel. That is tomorrow. It will be on Josiah's page. And then on Wednesday, Josiah, Terrence, and I, we do Roast and Review where we talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And I think it's either next month or in September, we're bringing back our Boys Night Out panel, which stars myself, Jamar, Josiah T, and Maddie Rance. We'll be bringing that back. And we're meeting for the first time to talk about the new season this week. And I have another segment coming up called One-on-One, where I'll be talking to 10 of your favorite YouTubers. Most of them have already agreed to do it. So I cannot wait for you guys to see. There's one person in particular that I'm so excited about that actually was the first person to agree to it. And I cannot wait for you guys to see who it is. And it's one of my favorite YouTubers. And also, Who Was Wrong 3. Busy was a part of Who Was Wrong 2, but Who Was Wrong 3 is also in the works as well. That's all I got.
That's gonna be fun. I'm really, really excited. And y'all, please make sure that you all go check this out, and then check out Josiah's We All Hate Busy podcast. It's gonna be good. I will say that after being on the panel with them, I got a liking for it a little bit more, because I was like, it is group think, y'all. So y'all go watch it and tell me if y'all think it's group think.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, y'all just go watch it and see if
Don't
it's
let
group
your
think.
don't let your little stand come back in the chat and start back talking about
She
how
said she
pissed
loved
she
you.
is,
She said she
child.
loved you. As we close out, I'm gonna put that one up, because she said,
Oh,
"I love you,
girl.
busy," and she said, "Believe it or not, I love you too, Scotty."
Okay.
Yeah. So she loves you too. Hearts out to her. Thank you so much, G Mama, and you know what? Those four are very lucky to have you as a G Mom. You're a beacon of hope. You're an idol in this community. You're an icon. You stand for truth and righteousness. And if you're teaching
Oh my
your
God.
or grandchildren to be as great as you, the world is just so lucky, and we'll have less of those people on that tacky raggedy podcast. So thank you for everything that you're doing. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. And we are
Oh
going
my
to talk to you
goodness.
all later. Thank you so much, Gotti. Bye.